Well, I think the Accountants Club does have a unique place in the accounting world, part of a triad within the accounting profession of the New York State Society of CPAs, the American Institute of CPAs, organizations like the IMA and the IFA, and the sense that originally it was purely collegial and still is, and mostly social and fun events, a place for accountants to get together.
Accountants Club was an elite organization at the time, and it was a privilege really to get two people to sign for you to make you a member of the Accountants Club. So when I did get the signatures, I said, oh, that's fantastic. You know, now I can meet these legends.
Its whole purpose was to create that type of environment where social networking was essential. And to create an environment too that introduces other allied professionals that work with CPAs. We create this environment where we all get to know one another and connect those dots or essentials in order to create value and also to bring in possible new opportunities.
I'd say it's probably the camaraderie, being able to meet with a lot of colleagues and friends, and in some cases competitors, talking about things that are important in the profession these days, and looking at sorts of things that are going to be necessary to keep the club viable in the future.
It's a good place to make contacts, good programs, and you'll also build a network, and there's no pressure, and get exposure to industry, what's out there.
The great thing about this organization is being with other accountants in a social setting where we're not looking for continuous CPE credits, we're not looking to show off each other at all, but we become friends. And some of these friendships I've grown have been with people in the accounting profession who, frankly speaking, I never would have even thought I'd ever be in a room with.
It was many years later in the mid-90s that Stu Kessler, who I knew from New York State Society activities, asked me to join, and I was frankly thrilled. It was a big deal to me. It's still a big deal.
One of the big things we try to stay focused on is things that are related to thought leadership in the accounting profession and in the world. As two examples come to mind. I think it was about 2 years ago, we had a speaker on blockchain technology. And it was a little bit in the news at the time, and now it's a lot in the news how it's related to Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies and things like that. And recently we had Jeff Thompson from the International Management Association speak about the future of accounting, artificial intelligence.
We had Controller Stringer speak in July. Of course, that's on New York City economics. And we've had thought leaders in the media, in sports, various authors, topical conversations.
A lot of well-known people, or people that were known to others, and I became acquainted with them. My horizons expanded.
One of my favorites was George Plimpton. I was president at the time, and he sat at the table with my wife and I, regaling us with stories. One of the speakers was Jill Abramson, after she had written the book on Clarence Thomas. The dichotomy in the room was fascinating. Those Democrats and liberal-leaning thought the speech was absolutely fantastic. And our Republican colleagues and conservatives questioned whether her veracity was there.
As we're getting more and more younger members, we have to stay very attuned to what their interests are. A lot to do with professional networking, one-on-one networking, business development related things, and things that can help them grow their business. And there's not many venues that I know of where they can interact with leaders of the profession, former managing partners, current senior partners, and accounting firms, executives from business.
And I think younger people are very interested in learning, and that kind of experience never goes out of style. The founder of the organization, Elijah Sells, was actually, in reading about him, a big believer in community. It's no surprise that he founded an organization based on the recognition of the importance of that type of collegiality.
I would say that it's a good place to meet and greet people who are not part of the accounting profession itself. That might help them with endorsements, might help them with referrals. So I would encourage young people to come because it's a different atmosphere than almost any other professional organization.
There's still the opportunity for networking, for business discussions, but that the real purpose of the club was for meeting your peers, talking about things that are important personally and professionally.
So that's what the Accountants Club offers. It offers that ability that all of us know each other. So when someone wants to just see what the event is like, they already get introduced to others. So which I think gives that comfortability where people who tend not to network a lot will feel a lot more comfortable coming.
Walking into the first board meeting when I had to be president, and you're always a little nervous at this first one, but looking out there and seeing these people who, like I say, they're leaders of the profession. I mean, their names are in the names of some of the biggest accounting firms around, and professors in 4 different universities and so forth. And I'm sitting there and saying to myself, they've made me their president. I mean, it was pretty darn exciting.
Woody Allen say 85% of everything is just showing up, so I showed up.